What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am doing my November TBR. We are nearing the end of the year, there's only a few months left, so it is time for reflection. It is time to look back on my reading goals and reading plans that I had for 2021. Like I said in my end of the year book tag, I really want to focus on a sequel for this month, for the end of the year basically. I did a list of all of my ongoing series that I have right now that I'm currently reading. I have about 16 of them and only 4 of them I am up to date. So like I said, I need to read more sequels. I need to focus on that. I am great at starting series, but I'm not very great at continuing them. That's what I'm going to be focusing on this month. I am going to be doing sequel November. I'm very excited about that. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your plans for this month? What are you guys thinking of picking up to read this month? I would love to know. And without further ado, let's get started. The first book that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be the 3rd book in the Lord of the Rings series, The Return of the King. I have it bind up here, and so I have the last book to read. I read the first 2 books this year and I loved it. I do have a reading vlog for the 2nd book, The 2 Towers. I will link it up above. I really like that vlog. I did a reading the book and then I watched the movie, and I thought it was really fun and really eye-opening, I should say. It was really fun watching the movie right after reading the book. So I think I'm going to do the same thing for the 3rd book in the series. I am going to read it and I am going to watch the movie after, hopefully. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into much detail about what this one is about because I think everyone knows what Lord of the Rings is. But it's just an amazing high fantasy book. It's kind of the grandfather classic pretty much at this point in the fantasy genre, so I feel like I kind of needed to read it and I really wanted to, and I was pleasantly surprised when I read the 1st book. I really enjoyed it. I will say the audiobook helps a lot with these books. I've physically read while listening to the audiobook for the first 2 books, and it's probably what I'm going to be doing for the 3rd book. It helps a lot because of the writing style. They're very dense book, I will say. Like, the font is super small. These are like dictionary thin papers, so it's a dense book. They're a long book, so the audiobook helps a lot, and I'm really excited to see what the 3rd book is all about, and I'm really excited to finish this series. The next conclusion I have to a trilogy I really want to read this month is going to be The Hero of Ages by Sanderson. This is the 3rd book in the Mistborn trilogy. I have read the first 2 books this year as well. I only have the 3rd book left to read this year, and I really enjoyed the first 2 books. They were great, amazing. I mean, Sanderson is basically kind of a classic author here on BookTube, so I think everyone knows him and everyone knows about the Mistborn series. So this is the 3rd book, the finale in the Era 1, I think. I cannot wait to see what happened in this book, especially with how the 2nd book finished. Not too bad. It's only 750 pages. Not too bad, I feel like. So I'm really excited, like I said, to see. This book is damaged. I just realized. It's fine. I'm really excited to see how this series concludes. This is an amazing, once again, high fantasy book. Another sequel that I will hopefully get around to read this month is Fire of Vengeance by Yvonne Winter. I thought with those 2 really big high fantasy, I would pick up one that is more fast-paced, action-packed, I feel like. If I look at the 1st book was action-packed, super fast-paced. I read it super quickly, so I'm hoping this one will be like that as well. This is the 2nd book in the Burning series. The 1st book, Rage of Dragon, I read earlier this year for my book club, and I really enjoyed it. I know I was kind of in the minority for that one, but I really enjoyed it, and so I really wanted to see what the 2nd book was all about. The 1st book, Rage of Dragon, is an African-inspired fantasy in this really cool and interesting world, and it's a revenge story basically. It's super action-packed. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I flew through it. I read it pretty quickly. I had a lot of fun, so I wanted to pick up the 2nd book, and hopefully I will this month. Another book that I want to talk to you guys about is a rollover from October that I did not get a chance to read in October, and it's going to be Serpent and Dove and Blood and Honey. I've already read this one, so this is the sequel that I need to read, but I do want to reread Serpent and Dove and then read Blood and Honey, because I've read this one so long ago I don't really remember a lot of it. This is a YA fantasy book. It's about this witch and this witch hunter who fall in love. It's an enemies to lovers story. It's really cute. It's very French inspired. There's a lot of like pastries, and I really enjoyed the first book. I thought it was a lot of fun, so I wanted to pick up the sequel. And then the last book that I want to talk to you guys about for this TBR is going to be The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, the first book in the Wheel of Time series. I honestly never thought I would say this on my channel. I never thought I would want to pick up this series. I never thought I wanted to read them. It's such a long series. It's such a commitment. I feel like I need a 5-year plan to read this. How many books are there? Like 15, I think. 15, 18, I don't know. There's a bunch of books in this series, and like I said, I never thought I would actually say this on my channel, but I really want to read it now. Obviously, with the series coming out on Netflix, I think you should have read the first 2 books in the series if you don't want to get spoiled. I don't think I'm gonna get around into reading the first 2 books, but I at least want to read the first book before I watch the series. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what this book is about. It's a high fantasy. Everyone knows about this series. Everyone talks about this series, and I feel like after reading Lord of the Rings, a lot of people say that the first book is very comparable to the Lord of the Rings. It says it's very inspired by Lord of the Rings, so I thought I would give it a try. And we'll see. I don't know anything about this series, to be quite honest with you. In the back it says, "The wheel of time turns and age come and pass. What was, what will be, and what is may yet fall under the shadow. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time." I've known about this series for so long. I picked it up a few times at the bookstore or at the library. I never actually bought it. I never actually thought I would read it, just because I don't like big series. Just, I don't know why. I never was interested in it. I think it's finally time that I at least give it a try, the first book. So yeah. So yeah guys, that's it. Those are all the books I am planning on reading in November. I'm looking at my pile, and it's a very intimidating pile right now. So hopefully I get to a lot of these. I'm only realizing now that I am supposed to do a sequel November theme, and then I have a first book in the series. Kind of a fail. I just realized that. But I really wanted to talk about this book in this TBR because with the show coming out, not really on trend with my theme, but it's fine. It's fine. So that's it guys. Have you read any of these? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of them, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.